This is Jessa Clutie, and this is my screencast about basic math facts. And I'm starting with addition, and I chose to do the doubles, easy version. I taught kindergarten and second grade, and so I feel like those were more appropriate for the level that I've done. I'm looking at both the doubles strategy, and so finding that double, but also the one where you look for more than one or two more than the double, and so that kind of helps kids focus in. So when looking at 6 plus 7, you want to look at what is the double that's easy here, and that would be looking at the smaller number, so 6 plus 6. Now, when breaking apart 7, we know 6 plus 1 equals 7. And so, to solve the answer, 6 plus 6 equals 12, plus 1 more is 13. Again, on the same one, looking at the smaller number, 7 plus 7 is your double. And to get to the answer of 8, we know we have to do 7 plus 1. So 7 plus 7 is 14, plus 1 more is 15. 5 plus 5 is going to be your double, plus 1 more, 10, plus 1 is 11. 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 1 more equals 9. 8 plus 8 is your double, plus 1 more equals 17. And then that you can see how important those doubles are, even when you're solving problems that aren't doubles. This is a skill that we used a lot in second grade, starting with these smaller numbers like this and then working bigger, finding those patterns. For subtraction, I chose making tens, and again I went with the easy version just because that's what I'm most familiar with what I've been teaching. And so to begin, I wanted to look at this and say 14 minus 9. Well, that's a hard thing to do, but I looked at down under 10, and so 14 minus 4 would get us to 10, but then when looking at 9, how did I break that apart? 4 and what number? Or 4 and 5. So 14 minus 4 is 10, and 10 minus 5 more equals 5. 12 minus what equals 2? Oops, sorry, 12 minus what equals 10? Well, the answer would be 2. And then how did we break apart 9? 2 and 7. 10 minus 7 equals 3. 14 minus what equals 10? That would be 4. And then breaking apart 6. 4 plus what equals 6. I think it's important for kids to see just how important one fact is to the other, and so you use the first fact to get to 10 to help you solve the next. 13 minus what equals 10? And to break it apart, 11 minus what equals 10? And just finding the relationship between the two facts when you're trying to find 10 on your subtraction. And I liked finding 10 because that's a fact, or that's a strategy that can go both with addition and subtraction, and makes it a lot simpler for kids once they kind of catch on. For multiplication, I chose 4s. I think that beyond doing 1s, 5s, and 10s, 4s is kind of the next one I like to go to because I like to look at it as timesing 2 or adding 2 twice, and so that's just what we do here. You can see 4 times 9 is the same as 2 times 9 plus 2 times 9. So 2 times 9 is 18. Oops, clicked the wrong one. And then what is 18 plus 18? 36. 2 times 0 plus 2 times 0. And 2 times 2 plus 2 times 2 would be what is 4 plus 4. 2 times 1 plus 2 times 1. And you can see for kids how they can easily find that relationship, especially on 4s, because it's 2s can come so naturally to them. And so being able to use that as a help can be very effective. And then last for division, I did quotative, and so you can see it's using an addition fact as a help. So you can just see how many times did I have to add 7, and that makes it pretty easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I liked this one because we do multiplication as a repeated addition problem, and so that's very helpful. Looking at how I would advocate for this, I think being an example is a huge one. But also, I like to just share the resources with other teachers. This website is awesome. It's not one I've used before. And then the last thing is showing the research. Our book has showed great research on how to effectively teach these math facts differently than simply doing times tests and the drill and kill method that's used a lot. And so just being an advocate but being an example is a great way to advocate for this in my school.